Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new episode of the ReactCAST starring Jayse and Kalilah. My name is Jaxon. I am an 80s aficionado.
That's right. So Jaxon is going to be hosting our episode today on ReactCAST. I'm Abhi. I'm here behind the little camera, but I'm also
Abhi.
here, guys. Hi.
Hi, Abhi.
You exist too, Abhi.
I exist too. I'm just a professional fact checker.
So, in this episode of the ReactCAST, we are going to be spanning the decade in terms of music, movies, just general knowledge, social and political economic events, you know? Overall, a deep dive into 80s culture. So how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about your 80s knowledge in general?
I came to play today, Kalilah.
Okay.
Kalilah, I think
Okay.
I am a formidable opponent.
Formidable.
But it's not an opponent, though. We're not like keeping score. It's just for funsies.
Well, no, it is.
Oh, there's a score.
There's a winner.
There's going to be the winner gets a nice crisp high five.
Oh, crispy.
Oh.
Crisp high five.
Whilst looking at the elbow. That's to line up a perfect high five if you're not
Oh, is
familiar.
that how you
Here,
have to do
we'll
it?
test it. We'll get.
Ooh,
Oh,
we
so you
didn't
look at the
lie.
elbow, watch
We
each other's
didn't-
elbows.
oh,
There you
okay.
go.
So overall, this is a competition. We will be keeping score because this is boys versus girls. Do they know the 80s?
Let's do it. Who run the world?
Girls.
But I will say that this podcast was started by, the one and only Kevin Plackey, who's no longer with us. Joe Beretta, who was also a big part of this podcast, has also sadly left the company to move on to do other things as well. But of course, Jaxon is wonderfully taking the position of being the host, and I'm also going to be here, and we're going to grow this podcast into something fun. There's lots of exciting things to look forward to, and big thank you to all of you guys at home that are showing love to this podcast. So continue showing the love. Yeah, continue, liking, commenting, engaging with us, and go to all the platforms. Go to Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts, and just show this podcast some love because it genuinely wouldn't be the same without you guys. So thank you so much. And I guess we're all going to say that we just love Joe and we wish him the best for his journey.
I love Joe so
I
much.
do love Joe so much.
We wish you well.
Yeah.
He's been replaced by someone very underqualified. I don't know what
Big
I'm
shoes
doing.
to fill, buddy.
He's
Good luck.
Well, Joe was actually
He's size
very...
11. I'm size 10. It don't fit.
Yeah. Joe actually was not a large man, but his spirit was large.
And Joe was very good at theme songs.
So good at theme songs.
Oh God.
And of course, that means that we know what time it is. We need a theme song for this 80s.
We do. And I brought my guitar specifically for this.
Let's go!
Oh, nice.
Specifically for this moment.
Exciting.
He's
If
ready.
you'd be so kind as to grab my amp.
Oh, I would.
My tiny little amp.
I will
So
hold your
cute.
amp.
All right. We ready to go for the new theme song for this specific
It's an
only
80s reference.
one
You
episode?
got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Big boom box. I forget the name of the movie though.
Boombox.
ReactCAST. 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 ReactCAST.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting more words.
I can't sing and play at the same time, and I was really hoping they'd just be like, yeah, in the background.
Oh, do you need us to give some background vocals? I think.
Yeah,
and,
I think maybe you guys ad-lib
could
some
definitely handle
words.
Ad lib. So here. ReactCAST. ReactCAST. ReactCAST.
Okay, we're good. So that was
This is so planned and so pre-done. It's so great. It was,
In the pocket.
just absolutely just.
In the pocket. Performance ready.
let's put the fake
polished.
boombox away and the guitar and everything away.
Before we end up starting, I do have a question for you.
We didn't start yet?
Jayse, what the heck? You're ruining my vibe. You're ruining my hosting ability. This is my first
I'm
episode.
sorry.
You can't be.
I'm sorry. I'm here for you. I'm here. We're in the tree, the support tree. I'm here. I'm supporting you.
Thank you. Now pull out your whiteboards.
Ooh, I like
I
that
like
stern.
it.
I like the
Yeah,
stern Jaxon
I like
here.
it.
God, I gotta
I
look like
resonate.
Turned
for a
on.
second. I gotta. All right. So I have a question for you guys, and write down your answer.
Okay.
So according to Wikipedia, who was the most famous person in the '80s? Period.
In the world.
In the world. Most
In
just
the
most
world.
famous.
In the world.
In the
most
80s?
famous. I like your answer better than mine.
But I wanted to say this. Can I put two answers?
That's
Okay.
not how
That's
the
not
game
how
works.
answers work.
Can't she?
Because you have two. Just say your first one.
My first one
Sure. Yeah.
is Madonna.
Madonna. Okay.
Oh,
But
smart.
this is my second one that I'm gonna play. Okay.
I like that answer better.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Michael Jackson.
All right. Okay. Michael Jackson, very famous 80s man. All right. And Jayse?
I went with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I would use it.
He was having a moment, I feel like, in the 80s.
Yeah.
Billy Joel would be my number one 80s guy, but that's just me, probably. So.
All right. Well, the answer is Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Michael Jackson is the most famous
Wow.
person from the 80s.
That makes sense. Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a way better answer than mine.
All of his music is just unbelievable, you know?
He's a genius.
Does Michael Jackson make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. I mean,
Why?
Thriller.
Thriller came out in '79, so it was dominating, and then all his other
Came out in
stuff.
'79.
Right.
Thriller came out in 1982.
Oh,
me
okay.
too.
So
Okay,
early
my bad.
80s. I think I remember there being there. I could be wrong on this. I think there was a moment where either his team or he hired a whole supermarket full of people, and then he went through it as a kid just to experience
Yeah.
going through a supermarket or something like that because he couldn't go to a supermarket.
Without
Yeah.
being like mobbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just he hired actors in the supermarket. I could be completely wrong on this.
No, I think I remember that. I think he shut down the supermarket. I don't know if it was the real workers or the second, but he wanted to experience normal stuff, so he did a couple of things like that.
You're right. In 2003, a Florida supermarket was closed by Michael Jackson so that he could fulfill his dream to shop like everybody
normal
else.
Was it a Publix or a Piggly Wiggly?
That's
In Florida, interesting.
Yeah, those are the two.
interesting-
Those are the Florida
Right.
grocery chains.
well, Michael Jackson was so big that 1982 Thriller became and currently remains the best-selling album of
all
all
time.
time.
Of all
All time.
Yeah,
Wow.
of all time.
Is
Y'all
that Quincy
sleeping on
Jones?
him?
Is that Quincy Jones who produced it? Right. I mean, just an absolute musical genius, Quincy Jones.
But him too.
No. He is too. But
He was
everything,
in-
every composition. I mean, he was
Yeah.
already Quincy was already in his bag.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then he got Michael and was like, oh,
Yes.
Here you
Oh,
go,
here,
Michael.
dude,
Here are
try
my
this.
scraps.
Try this.
Here you go. I shall allow you to be
well,
on this song.
Michael had the pipes obviously to do and the dancing and performing and everything. But
Yeah.
but Quincy Jones is
Yeah.
genius.
He was the arranger.
Okay, Jackson, what are the 3 segments we're going to be going through in this episode?
So, going forward, so we have already talked about music, so that's definitely one of our topics. Our next section that we're going to be talking about are movies. So, bring out your whiteboards one more time.
Okay.
So, we have a couple trivia questions. Trivia question number 1. In The Breakfast Club, who famously raises their fist at the very end? The typical, like, hey, ow, boom, boom.
What's the actor's name or what's the character's
Character's
name?
name.
And you've got multiple choice.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
great.
I wanna see if they know it before
I don't
we do
remember the
anything.
character's name. I know the actor's name, but I don't know the character's name.
So we have A is Andrew, B is Brian, C is Bender, and D is Claire, who famously raises their fist at the end of the movie.
oh, I mean,
All right, so you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, show your answers in 3, 2, 1.
C.
Bender.
Yeah, Bender.
You wrote the same thing?
Yeah,
You've
that
never
name
even seen
just
the movie.
sounded cool. Bender.
Yeah.
It's
Bender.
like let's choose the
Like
weird
Futurama.
name.
Both wrote Bender. And that's right, it's Bender.
Yes.
Yeah. Bender. One of the, I think the original cool bad boy, cool guy. I was going to say jerk. That's not the archetype I'm thinking of. What is
Jock?
He's like the
Is
bad
it a
boy.
jock?
Bad
No,
it's just
he's
bad boy?
he's one of the bad kids. He's in detention all the time. He's like the only one that's always in detention. He has an abusive father who like puts cigarettes out on him. Or is that
Cigarettes out
Emilio
of his
Estevez?
arms.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that's Emilio Estevez is the jock.
Yeah, but they both have like abusive fathers who are
Yeah.
pretty toxic and terrible to them. But
Yeah.
Anywho, Breakfast Club.
Trivia question number 2. What California set 1982 film was the highest grossing film of the 1980s at the U.S. box office? I'm going to give you multiple choice, okay?
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we have Rain Man, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Rocky IV, and E.T. And this is a hard question only because all of these answers are in the top 20.
I was just trying to figure out what was in LA because I know Rocky, that's Philly. Rain Man, I don't know where that's at.
Definitely in Los Angeles.
Oh man,
Who was Rain Man?
Jayse is just...
It was Tom Cruise and who was the other guy? I forgot his name.
Definitely Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin
Definitely,
Hoffman.
definitely.
All right, so you guys have your answer?
yes.
Okay. All right.
What you got?
Ready?
3, 2, 1, reveal.
I said D for ET.
I
E.T.
think mine was C, The Last Crusade, or was that B?
Last Crusade. Doesn't matter. They're different answers. The answer is E.T.
Yes, I'm killing it.
Killing
E.T.
it.
is the answer. It was the
Well
number one
played.
grossing film for 11 years.
Wow.
What did
Jayse.
you guys think of E.T.?
Terrible.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah,
Well, my grandmother made me watch it all the time. We just
Like,
had
she
the
forced you.
VHS.
Like, she just was like, "You're watching it.
You're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch this little creepy alien, dude.
You're gonna like it. Creatures struggle.
Yes. I think the main kid actor for E.T., I think he cried in front of Spielberg, and Spielberg was like, okay, here you go. Here's the role.
I have all the authority to take him, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take him.
Can't take him. Can't take him away. He's mine.
Okay, kid, you got the job.
You know, just
it?
just gave him the role because he cried during his audition.
I cried in front of directors
Excuse
before, and I
me,
never got a
right.
part. What the hell is that?
Wow.
They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah.
Jayse, what did you think of E.T. as a movie?
You know, gosh, it's been so long since I've seen it. I remember watching it as a kid and liking it, I guess. I was more into like karate movies and stuff. I just wanted to like The Labyrinth or
Yeah.
I don't know. It was only like what was your parents were watching. Like she
Yes,
was forced to
I
watch this
was.
so much where
I
like
was.
I was forced to, it'd be like, well, The Price is Right is on, so we're watching that.
I mean, E.T. was so popular, they made an Indian remake of
Did
E.T.
they really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's called Koi Mil Gaya, starring this actor called Hrithik Roshan. And there's basically a bike scene, which is like the exact same
Same.
as the bike scene in E.T.
I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, you can't really have an E.T.
Right?
remake without that,
Bikes.
I guess.
Gotta have the bike scene.
I mean, it wasn't a complete remake. Like, the story was different. He was like the main character was an elder. Like, he wasn't a kid. He was like in his 20s, but he had like a mental condition which made him act like a kid. Like, it was they added some story parts.
Okay.
But
Okay.
essentially, it
That
was the
sounds-
same
that
movie.
Sounds good. I like it.
Oh,
You know, when I say it out loud, I'm kind of like, why am I saying this? You know?
just keeps going.
But it was a very
Had
good
a
movie.
condition.
But it became so popular worldwide. E.T. had a big effect.
Yeah, the highest grossing film for 11 years. What was your guys' favorite 80s movie?
Big.
Big?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Hanks.
Was that Icky Soda Pop? Something. I don't know.
Yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed Trading Places.
I love
Trading
Trading
Places is
Places.
great.
Such a
I
funny,
love Trading
like
Places.
like laughable.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Another
kinda
great
big
Eddie Murphy
comedy.
movie.
Yeah.
So, anyway, next question. Finish the quote. In Back to the Future, Doc Brown says, "Roads, where we're going, we don't need blank."
Is it multiple choice?
No. This is not a multiple choice one.
Where we're going, we don't need.
So, roads, where we're going, we don't need blank. Have you seen Back to the Future, Kalilah?
maybe once.
Yeah. Same.
Maybe once.
And people think
I
that
don't
that's like
remember
blasphemy.
it. Yeah. I don't remember it.
I've seen like each movie like 2 times at least.
Yeah.
I don't even know which ones. I don't even know which one I saw. If that's to
See,
be
I get
honest.
called Biff McFly so often, or Marty McFly so often that yeah, I just don't. I don't want to see it. I guess it's traumatic for me.
Yeah. Hello, is anybody in there? Think,
McFly.
think. Oh, all right. Do you guys have an answer?
Yeah.
I do.
All right. On the count of 3, show your answers. Then I'm just gonna point to either one of
Okay.
you to say it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Clothes.
Clothes and
Clothes.
Roads.
roads. Roads where we're going. We don't need clothes.
I'm going to tell you, one of you is right.
One of you is right, and you know what?
I hope it's closed.
Regardless, I just want it to be clothes. So, but yes, it is in fact roads.
Roads.
Yes, roads where we're going. We don't need roads.
We don't need roads because we're time traveling.
Banking off of Back to the Future, I have one more question. This is a true or false question. Michael J. Fox was the one and only role Robert Zemeckis handpicked and stuck with when casting for Back to the Future. Other roles went through recast, but Michael J. Fox was the only one that didn't have to be recast.
True or false?
Is it
True or false? True or false was Michael J. Fox the one character for Marty McFly?
Ready?
See, you're going false. The way he set it up made me think it's
Like
too
it's
specific.
well,
like,
right. That's
but
what I'm
that's
like,
throwing it
is-
off, and that's why
right.
it is false.
That-
oh,
well,
I
I
like
don't
your
know.
logic.
I don't
yeah.
know.
Should I change mine?
No, keep it.
No,
One
keep
of
it
us
true.
will win.
All right.
Basically, all other roles were recast except for Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, we understood.
Got it. Okay, ready?
Why?
Just explain it again. We're like, no.
Just,
Yes,
I just
yes,
want to
yes.
make sure. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah. Not
Jayse,
reveal
what
yet.
did you say?
I said true.
And Kalilah?
I said false.
All right. The answer is false. The-
Because of how he said
He's
it.
so specific.
Yes, that's what I'm like, no.
The role was actually given to Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz.
He filmed. He filmed.
He was
6
cast?
Yes, he was cast. He filmed for 6 weeks on Back to the Future.
No
And they
way.
recast him. They were looking at the tapes. They redid it. They looked at everything, and they're just like, "Yeah, I don't like him very much." And then they got rid of him, and they brought
Wow.
on Michael J. Fox.
Who's Eric Stoltz?
That's it. That's
very-
really, I can't imagine.
Is he still
as an
around, or
actor.
did he have a
Are you
career?
kidding
Oh my God, that's wild.
Well, actually, so then basically,
Wentz?
apparently, Michael J. Fox was the original choice.
Yes.
And what happened was he was unavailable. And Robert Zemeckis was like, well, we need to make this movie. So they cast Eric Stoltz.
So they push back production to fit Michael's schedule even after.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, I
Imagine
think
being
that-
cast
Are you
for something.
kidding me?
Imagine being cast for something, Kalilah, spending 6 weeks working on it, being like, oh, this is going to be a big break. And then it's like, you know what? Actually, you're not right for the character.
Yes.
We're just going to restart everything because you're so
you're
bad.
trash.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Like that, I just
Wow.
can't imagine how that felt.
What a mind F right there.
So, another question. Multiple choice. So, odd one out. Which of these movies was not released in the 80s? All right. So, we have Ghostbusters, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Silence of the Lambs, and When Harry Met Sally.
Ooh, that's hard.
Quietly confident.
That's
again,
hard.
Jace.
I am. Oh, no, that was in the 70s.
See,
to stay on
You know
theme.
what I'm between? I'm in between Silence of the Lambs and When Hallie Met Sally.
Hallie?
Or Harry.
When Halle Berry met
Harry
Sally
met
Harry
Berry.
met Sally. Fields.
Okay.
Cookies.
So, we both locked in now?
Yes, we're locked
Yeah.
in.
All right. Because you were on the fence, I want to hear what your answer is
I'm
first.
just going to choose Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Okay.
She picked the right side of the fence.
Silence of the Lambs. You
That's
guys are both
correct.
correct. It is
1990.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, good.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose.
90 or 91 that
90.
came out?
90.
Yeah.
Exactly 90.
Out of those four, what are you guys' favorite? So, Ghostbusters, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Silence of the Lambs, When Harry Met Sally.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You kidding
Yeah, probably Ferris Bueller's Day
You've
Off,
seen
I'd
that,
say,
right?
For
me?
me.
Many times.
Yeah, it was one that was always like on TV.
All the
It was just
time.
always
TNT.
on.
TNT.
And it would be on when you were cutting school. It was
100%,
like, I would stay
100%.
home and they'd be like, well, here's Ferris Bueller's.
was
Enjoy
like,
your day off. I'm like,
perfect.
let's play some Legos and Nintendo.
Great marketing. Great
Let's
marketing.
go.
It's just a fun movie. You can't really go wrong with it. I think it still holds up.
Yeah, I mean, Silence of the Lambs is a total romp. It's very fun, but not quite as fun as Ferris Bueller's
yeah,
Day Off.
it's you know.
You know, guys, Ferris Bueller's Day Off was the first time I fell in love.
with his girlfriend?
Yeah, I mean,
sister.
she was amazing.
The sister? Yeah, the sister was cute too.
Wait.
But clearly the girlfriend is who he had
The
crush
girlfriend.
on. Yeah,
100%.
come on, come on.
I'm trying to remember
What's her
her
name? What's her
girlfriend.
name?
Mia Sara. Mia Sara.
Mia Sara,
Yeah, yeah,
yes. She was lovely.
Yeah, next question. Final question for movies.
Oh.
Final question. Which 80s movie is this quote from? I feel the need for speed. Your options are.
Oh, it's multiple choice.
This is multiple choice.
I'm going to write my answer before you even give it to me.
Okay. Top Gun, Back to the Future, Full Metal Jacket, and Die. For the audio listeners, Jayse just erased his answer.
My bad. Yep, I was thinking it was something else. Might be.
All right, so.
No, you have to stick with the
Right,
answer,
I'm like,
Jace.
does
No, I
that
want you to
work?
stick with it. Oh, yeah.
How does that work?
All right, so one more time. Top Gun, Back to the Future, Full Metal Jacket, and Die Hard.
Did I say A? I said A.
A is Top Gun.
That's what I said.
Okay, and
Yeah, it's Top Gun.
it's Top Gun. It's Top Gun.
definitely Top Gun.
The one movie I haven't seen, actually.
I've not seen that either.
I have not seen Top Gun.
Okay.
I haven't seen Maverick. I haven't seen the original. That's the theme song. That was bad. That was good.
Boys of Summer?
That was very
Which one?
bad. That was very
Hey,
bad.
Abhi, how about you do the theme song? I would love to hear your rendition of the Top Gun theme song, actually.
Kalilah.
Honestly, give Abhi a round of applause. That was
Great
good.
job.
That was a good job, Abhi.
Great job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, the Top Gun's a great movie.
Oh, Top Gun's a fantastic movie from what I've seen. Totally. I've totally seen the movie.
What are your favorite 80s movies, Kalilah?
I said Trading Places.
I asked that question already, Abhi.
She goes, I already gave that answer, Abhi.
What other kinds of
another
movies?
The Wiz. I said that already.
But that was 1978, you said. So we need another one from the 80s.
It's okay. She was born in 2003.
I was born in
It's okay.
88. 80s movies?
Have you seen like Neverending Story, A Princess Bride?
You know what's funny?
No.
Jace?
Have you seen
She's
Big Trouble in Little China? Have you seen The Last Dragon?
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy.
But that sounds like what's the movie with Eddie Murphy with the child, the Golden Child? That's
Golden Child.
I
there
love
you
that.
go.
That's an 80s movie.
Coming
right?
to America?
Yes.
Oh
Obviously.
my God. Well, there you go. That counts.
Right.
That counts.
Right.
Well, look, you said The
I mean-
Wiz with Michael Jackson. Like going back to Michael Jackson. He's very, very big music man. What is your guys' favorite movie soundtrack?
Because that became a thing in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to say The Wiz, even though I listen to that regularly because I feel like y'all gonna think I'm lying.
Well, because it's the 1970s
Like-
too, and we're talking about 80s movies.
Exactly. See,
Favorite 80s
Soundtrack.
soundtrack.
Yeah. Did Trading Places have a good soundtrack?
I went to Wait and Exhale, 90s.
Oh, 90s again. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you some options.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Breakfast Club, I think, for me, just for soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had Footloose. Footloose.
Oh, Footloose was good. Grease is 70s.
Wait, Grease is
70s. 70s.
Okay.
Top Gun, Dirty Dancing, Flashdance.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Flashdance also good. Dirty Dancing, no, I think, though. Can I change my answer?
No, you're not allowed.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh,
but
dun
what
dun
are
dun
the
dun dun
songs
dun 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 dun.
Even you could say Ghostbusters,
bing.
technically.
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. But you
Oh,
gotta say it like that.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yes.
Did that have a good soundtrack?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, anyway, so there's a bunch that you could pick from.
But I guess going into music overall, I have now music questions for you guys. Okay?
Yes.
The next section is music, and here's your first question, okay? Multiple choice. Which band sang Take On Me?
Oh, okay.
Your multiple choice are Tears for Fears, Aha, Depeche Mode, and Simple Minds.
Oh, Tears for Fears wrote a lot of good hits, but it's not this one.
Or is it? Is he playing with your mind, Kalilah?
All right. Kalilah.
It's a synonym for Eureka. Eureka.
I said, aha.
Aha. And Aha.
What do
Yeah.
you say, Jayse?
Aha. I said aha. C, aha.
Both
No.
went with
It's
Aha.
B.
B,
It's
aha. I'm
aha.
sorry. B, aha.
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 Both went with Aha, and you guys are both correct. I think they had one more song that was like,
Good.
top the charts.
Needless to say, it wasn't as big of a hit.
Needless to say, what
That's
my
such
favorite
great
song for a while.
Such a great song, man.
It is currently on YouTube at almost 2.1 billion views.
Nah, it could be more.
Wow.
Rookie numbers.
So I think the day I fell in love with Jaxon was at last year's React Holiday Christmas Party when he did this song for karaoke and nailed it note for note. And then I had to leave. I just had to leave. I was like, I can't sing karaoke after that. Actually, I'm gonna go now.
The first
It was
time I was
great.
happy to see Jayse leave. It made me very warm.
He got really used to that.
Happens all the time. But you said something. How many billion?
2.1 billion.
Rookie numbers. How much does Gangnam Style have? Sorry.
Oh my gosh. How about
Gangnam
Jungkook?
Style was the first
Gangnam
ever,
Style.
so it was a big thing. But I don't think it's the one that's the most views.
There
I
is
know,
a
but,
stripped down acoustic version of that song that is unbelievable.
Gangnam Style?
Of Take On Me or
Of
Gangnam
Take On Me. Of Take
Okay.
On Me. A stripped down version of Gangnam Style is like, Gangnam Style. It's acoustic
Right,
guitar.
acoustic.
Yeah, it's unplugged. Unplugged sigh.
I'm gonna shut up.
Do you know what is
Wow,
the
impressive.
off topic? Do you know what the most viewed YouTube video of all time is?
Yes.
Jungkook something.
Well, I just got it reacting. Me at the zoo. I know it already.
No, that was the first.
That's not the most?
No, that's the first.
Are you
What do
ready?
we think?
Are you ready?
What do we think?
Is it a music artist you're
Two.
talking about? Like
Wait,
a song?
wait.
No.
Oh, just the most viewed video of all time.
I
Yeah.
can't think of it right now.
Oh,
Charlie Bit My Finger?
3, 2, 1. Baby shark, do do do
Oh,
do do. Baby
God,
baby
yes.
shark, do 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 do
Stop.
do. Baby
Okay,
shark.
stop,
Because of
stop,
the
please,
kids.
God.
Because of the children. That
Daddy
makes
do
sense.
shark,
like
do
that
do
song,
do do do.
yeah,
Daddy
God.
shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark,
many-
do do do
how
do.
many-
Abhi, this is an '80s video. What is
How many
80s
views?
brain rot? What kind of 80s brain rot existed? What was it?
Atari and then just Nintendo. And you would just stare at it
Always
until
on
your
that
eyes
dang
hurt.
Nintendo. Always on that. Oh.
Yeah, Atari. Pac-Man.
Yeah, is that? Right.
That hurt your head.
Yes. Next question. What was the first music video played on MTV? See, I hate you know this
no,
question.
not a multiple choice?
It's not a multiple.
Well, I
He
still
just-
know the answer.
Audio listeners, he picked up his whiteboard before I gave the
A
answers.
very appropriately named song as well.
Yes. Okay. So we have Video Killed the Radio Star, You Better Run, She Won't Dance With Me, and Rockin' the Paradise.
What's the question?
What was the first music video played on MTV?
I'm sorry. I blacked out there. I wasn't listening to you.
No, I was like trying to figure out the reference. And then can I hear the list one more time?
So yeah, the first music video played on MTV is either Video Killed the Radio Star, You Better Run, She Won't Dance With Me, and Rockin' the Paradise.
Oh, She Won't Dance With Me. That's a good song.
So MTV was born in the 80s.
So was I.
Yes. So any thoughts on that? From anyone?
What? Just wait. What's the question? Are there thoughts on MTV?
Being born in the 80s. How do we
yeah.
feel about
How do you guys
MTV
feel about
being
MTV being born in the 80s?
I loved MTV when they still showed music videos, and I could turn in for Yo MTV Raps or get my
Cribs. MTV Cribs?
No, we're talking about when they had music. Still with music.
I think
It was
they
just
also had
all
music on that show.
videos.
I don't
It
know.
was just all videos. No, the Cribs was like showing their house around.
Yeah, I know, but there was music somewhere.
I don't know.
It's still, you know.
No, you don't understand, man. You were. There was actually
just
just
trying to piss them
only
off.
music videos. There was no shows. It was
Yeah.
just
Just
music videos.
music.
I know.
great.
And then
So
Beavis and
old.
Butthead just changed that.
Oh, Liquid Television, yeah, classic.
Yeah. And it,
So what's the answer, guys?
That is correct.
Well, could you say it out
It
loud?
is A. Video killed the radio star.
Eh.
Video killed the radio star.
Kalilah?
I said A. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind, you are correct. It is correct. Video killed the radio star.
I just like that. That was a great title.
Oh, it's
When
so,
you read the
Do you know that
titles.
song?
No.
Sing it, guys.
It's so good.
How does it go?
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we got too far.
Oh.
Ah,
We're killing it. Right
Who is
now.
that? Who is that
Clearly.
by?
That was.
Clearly.
Guys, you didn't see the if you're listening on online, but Jaxon held his high five there for quite a while.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally was just in the zone. I was just thinking about video killing
Who is
that
this
radio
by?
star.
Who is this by?
Yikes. I don't know the name of the band. I can't remember it.
It's a really bad name.
Yeah, and they didn't really have many other songs after this, I feel
No,
like.
it was the Buggles.
Ah, the Buggles.
The
They did have
Buggles.
other songs, actually. but-
Buggles?
Yep, the Buggles.
Buggles.
Bugger off.
Have you heard of
Buggles.
them?
No.
No, nor did I.
Wasn't it a thing? Oh, actually, Abhi, fact check this. Yes, they chose that name because it was a really bad name. They thought if they made a good song, their name wouldn't matter.
Yeah, we learned that.
Buggles.
We were in a React video together,
that?
and we learned that.
Buggles?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Interesting things.
Well,
Buggles.
the
Not the
Buggles
Beatles.
was
Not
a-
the Beatles,
Buggles.
to be...
Oh,
was
right.
a pun on the Beatles
Oh.
to evoke a sense of disgust.
All right. Nice. And
There's
next
something
question. You guys don't need your whiteboards for this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just finish the line.
Whoever finishes it first gets the point.
Yes. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train.
To Africa. Anywhere.
No.
To anywhere.
Going
To anywhere. To anywhere.
It is
Yeah,
Journey. Don't
see-
stop believing.
See, I want to
she-
give
she
it
got
to you,
it.
but
She
you
got it right.
Born and raised in South Detroit.
There's no South Detroit. Just there's East and West.
I hate this song so much. I did not write this question. Abhi did, and if Abhi knew me, then he
will
wouldn't have
win,
included this
Some
one.
will lose. It's okay.
Why don't you sing it? Just a small
love that
town
song.
girl.
Living in a lonely world, she took the
Living
midnight
in
train
a-
going anywhere.
Okay, Kalilah, let's hear it properly. Let's hear the song.
Just a small town girl
Oh, sing it.
living in a lonely world.
Ooh.
She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy,
Oh.
born and raised in South Detroit. What's the word?
The chorus, go.
Don't stop believing. Bop, boop, bop, boop, boop, bop. Hold on to that feeling. Yeah. Street light.
Guys like it.
I hate this song so much.
Oh.
Moving on to the final question on music round.
I'm so glad.
How do you hate that
See,
song?
Abhi,
How do you
Abhi,
hate
if you were
that
my
song?
friend, you would have never included that one.
Hold on. Jackson's just recently 21. He probably
that's
hasn't been to a lot of bar closings, and I don't even know if they still play this at the
They
bar
play
closing.
closing
They play
time
closing
now.
time, Semisonic. It's only God, I'm old. I'm really dating myself.
I love you anyway. Abhi.
Last question.
But
Last
yes,
question.
the last question, multiple choice.
And Jaxon, we are not friends. We're professional colleagues.
That's true. That is-
We're acquaintances at best.
yes, absolutely.
We're work friends. Okay,
Yes,
that's
we're
it.
not friends. You were not invited to my birthday party.
You're not invited to cookout. Sorry.
I am very.
Was I invited to yours? Huh? Sorry?
Oh.
I'm so sad.
I'm joking.
The last question before Abhi makes me cry. Which 80s artist's real name is Annie Mae Bullock?
I know that one.
You do?
Oh, nice. I'm going to have you
Jayse.
write it. Do you want to lock this in?
Annie Mae Bullock?
Yeah.
You want to
You already
lock
know
I
it?
still want to lock it down.
Really?
I don't know this.
You do?
Was she black?
Oh,
In case
you
y'all
giving
wanna
it
know.
away.
Oh, wait, I can't do that? Okay. He
Well, you-
knows.
Okay.
Jayse knows.
Is it who I think it is?
I'm
Jayse
going to give a
knows.
multiple choice answer.
Was she in The Bodyguard?
No, don't, no more. Ready? I'm just going to say it, and we're going to Madonna, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, or Patti LaBelle.
First of all,
First
Tina,
of all-
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
No,
and
Tina
I think
Turner.
that I need to now change my answer. Actually.
No.
No,
let's stick
you
with
wrote
that.
it. You wrote it.
Keep it.
All right, turn your whiteboards around in 3, 2, 1.
Is it Tina Turner?
Tina
Yeah, it is.
Turner.
They both
Not
said-
Tina Turney.
It's not Tina Turner.
Tina the attorney. Tina Turner.
Yeah, it's definitely not Whitney Houston. So, whoops. As soon as I heard the multiple choice, I was like, oh, no, that's definitely Tina Turner crap.
No, you heard she's a black woman. She's like,
He's
oh.
like, yes.
Oh, I had already written. Go to the tape. I wrote Whitney Houston before she said black lady. Come on.
All right.
Whitney Houston was like
I
one of my
love
first
this.
crushes. Are you kidding me?
I love this racial
It's a
tension.
sexual awakening.
It's
for
so
me.
great.
I love
This racial.
When she did the little drummer boy on SNL, something
is not
awoke
real.
in
It's
me.
just-
Okay,
I'm
everybody,
just-
calm down.
But yes, the answer is
Poking
Tina
fun.
Turner. Yes,
It is
you
Tina
guys.
Turner.
Yeah.
We'll just keep on
Anime,
rolling.
eat the cake, anime.
We'll rolling down the river.
Yes, roll it down. Yeah. So you guys are big fans of Tina Turner.
She's amazing. Are you kidding me?
Like
Name 5 songs.
rock song.
Name 5 songs right now.
Rolling down the river. What's love got to do?
What's love got to
Got to do it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
You must understand that the touch of your hand makes my pulse react.
Like the show.
Like
roll
the
the,
show.
Roll the credits.
That was the song right there. That was the song.
That's the song.
You guys haven't named a third Tina Turner song.
Oh, that's the same one.
I named 2. Kalilah, help me out here.
Oh, you said Rolling the River?
I said Rolling on the River, What's Love Got to Do with It? Those are her 2 biggest hits, I would say.
Fake fans can't name 5 songs. Wow.
I'm
Wow. Okay, fine.
I'm
It's fine.
blanking. I'm blanking.
It's fine. Whatever.
Right.
Oh, Simply the Best. Better than all the rest.
Dun, dun.
Better than anyone. And what's the number?
Dun.
Oh,
What's
God.
another one?
Your Tina
You could have also
impression
had.
is
You could have
fantastic.
had. I Don't Want to Lose You. Better Be Good to Me. GoldenEye, It's Only Love. I Can't Stand the Rain. Addicted to
I
Me.
can't neither. The rain
stand
sucks.
The rain. Oh no, that's a different.
Right,
That's Missy Elliott.
That's another black woman.
Yes. That's another black woman.
Oh my God.
Who are your favorite 80s musicians? Let's speak about that.
Prince, hands down.
Madonna was
Correct.
also
Prince.
fire.
Yeah, Madonna was amazing. Loved
think
Whitney
Madonna
Houston.
actually-
Peter Gabriel.
I think Madonna was on many lists the artist of the decade.
Yeah.
Like
She was incredible.
Yeah.
I can name more songs from her than
Let's hear some Madonna songs. Like what songs?
Like a Prayer. Like is a man. Okay. Like a Virgin.
There we go.
Touch for the very first time.
Sex. I didn't. Oops. I didn't know I couldn't talk about sex. I know that's a '90s one, but
Vogue.
Vogue.
It doesn't- I guess these
Come
don't
on.
have to be 80s
Oh.
ones. It's just like general Madonna songs. Cause
oh, then
what's
Ray of
another
Light.
one?
Ray of Light.
Right.
That's 2000.
She came
but-
back, honey.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
Material Girl.
Material
Yes,
Girl.
Material
We
Girl.
got. God, there's so
She got
many.
hits.
She has so many hits.
my mom loves her.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
She was
man.
she wasn't like really a singer, but she was just
Such a good performer.
yeah.
Is she not a good singer?
I don't know.
Who, Madonna?
Is Madonna like a ballad, a songstress?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's like a really good singer, and then she
Okay.
became like right.
Right.
But
I mean,
wait,
is she a good dancer at least? What is
She's
she?
a good. She's
got presence.
a visionary.
Okay.
And was like
She's got
doing
pizzazz.
all the things that you weren't supposed to do, like having, simulating sex on stage. The first MTV, like she was just
Sure.
one that was outside the box and was, setting the mode for a pop star. I
Gotcha.
think.
Yes, Madonna was often viewed as a weak singer. Apparently,
Ah.
She's not
Not
she's
conventional.
But I
Be
feel
a
like
good
she
singer.
walked so Gaga could run.
I could see
Did
that.
I use that right?
Yeah, I could.
Right.
What about some iconic bands as well?
Iconic
80s
bands.
bands.
I'm thinking like Queen. I'm thinking
Queen
of,
was great. Yeah.
I'm thinking of
70s and 80s.
Queen again. I'm thinking of Queen for a third time.
Queen is fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
You know-
Queen's amazing. I'm
know.
not taking away from Queen.
Oh, can't forget Queen.
Guns N' Roses had their time in the 80s. They were fun. Metallica was fun too
Yeah.
for a while there. If you
Can't
like
forget Queen.
Some rock. Queen was great.
Yeah, Queen was pretty good.
I loved
Queen was definitely 70s. by the way.
Genesis. Genesis was
had-
fantastic.
they had songs
The
in the
Police. The Police.
The Police.
The Police.
breath you take.
I think a lot of modern artists now just take from the 80s and they take a lot. I think Sabrina Carpenter nowadays is taking a lot of like vibes from the 80s, putting it in her music while mixing it with like modern pop trends.
I think that about Chapel Roan too.
Chapel
a lot
Roan
of
as
like
well.
synth and stuff
Yeah,
going on. Yeah.
Hot to Go had a lot of that, where
Yeah.
it was like very just like sounds like an 80s pop song.
It does.
I'm trying to think of other artists that do that nowadays, but those are
At
the
the
two.
sampling.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I hate
Everybody's
that
going
trend.
back.
I absolutely hate. There are so many artists that are just taking straight up 80s songs and then just doing a remix with different lyrics.
Yes.
I hate that
Well,
so
that's what
much.
but
They don't call it a
they've been
sample
doing that,
anymore. What
though,
do they call it
forever,
now?
though,
They
right?
call it something else. Like when they do that.
Is it not a sample?
A
anymore?
sample,
No,
would
a
be
sample is
like
like where you
remix.
take part of the like that dun 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 dun. But then he
Right.
made up his own song. What he's saying is they're taking the song literally and they have like the chorus from that
Right,
song in there, and they're
yeah.
like, well, we also put some new lyrics.
Yeah,
in there too.
you know, we like to
There's a
have
lot
a
of
little
that going
fun
on
here,
right now.
guys.
Yeah.
You know, we're not that original. We gotta like, you know, like just
Yeah.
take a little bit more.
You know the TikTok
Hate
guy
it
though,
so
where he's
much.
like, "Here's the original, here's
here's
the
that.
right." So now he's been showing those ones, and he's like, and he calls it something different. That guy, he's like my. I always do that. I hear it, I'm like, "Oh, that's that song."
Yeah.
And then he was the guy that capitalized on that. Well
I
done,
want to know
guy.
what that word is.
Yeah. This one's kind of an exception, but what's his name? Elton John did something with Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa, but that was like, yeah,
But
he
that,
did
that,
it
was, that
with
was kind of
her.
an exception
Yeah.
because
No,
they
but
worked together on
I think
that.
Dua Lipa generally has been doing a lot of 80s inspired.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
she's even
yes.
mentioned that. For
Yeah,
sure.
Dua
Dua
Lipa.
Lipa's another.
And that was like a number one song. That was like a number
Yeah.
one hit. That
But I mean, I guess that's kind of an exception because he worked on
the
that
Elton
one.
John and Dua Lipa one. Yeah.
Yeah, there was another one.
There's one on the radio right now. I just heard it yesterday on 92.3. And I
Coast
can't
92.3.
think of.
I thought
name
video
of that
killed the
song.
radio.
Video killed the radio star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still listen to radio.
Do you still
I
listen
do.
to radio?
I do, because I drive in my car to places, and then
You
sometimes
play
I listen
that.
to like, yeah.
Why don't you just have Spotify on?
I don't know, because I share an account with my wife, and she's always got like music, like Frozen soundtrack at the house playing, and then if I turn it off, she's like,
You've
our
listened.
daughters are having a meltdown because you wanted to listen to Noah Cohen Stick Season for the 1800th time today. So
But I mean, just 80s was like a golden era for new trends, new ideas.
new wave.
New wave, 80s new wave, absolutely fantastic. But they also, it was like the era for like mega concerts and just absolutely huge concerts. You know, Live Aid with Queen.
Queen. I was like, he's going to go into Queen
Did I
again.
say Queen? I think Queen was an 70s, 80s band. Yes, also they had music in the 80s, Abhi.
Who, Queen?
Yes.
Yeah, of course they did.
Exactly, trying to make it.
When was
make
the
me say it was
concert for
70s.
Bangladesh with George Harrison and Ravi Shankar? That was another like gigantic world concert as well.
That's true. That was 71.
You don't?
Ah, way off.
What?
I just feel like it's almost an ode to the past, where it's like stuff is not really that hot anymore, so let's bring it back.
That's
And
the
they've been
problem, is that
doing
it's
it,
not
though.
hot anymore.
This is
that
why
they
I'm hot.
have to bring it back.
This is why I'm hot.
But I think they've also been doing it for forever. Like the 90s was sampling the 80s, 70s.
But it wasn't full songs, though.
Okay.
It was
Just,
like
you're talking about the fact that they're taking the exact.
the
Yes.
exact. No, sampling, totally fine. Because my favorite band is Daft Punk, and their whole thing is sampling. But they're making their own songs.
Yeah, out of one little
One
section
little, and
of
they're just
the
like
thing, yeah.
that's like a DJ.
Here's
you know?
a philosophical, fundamental thing I'm going to throw at you. There's no such thing as something being original in this world. Thoughts?
Agreed.
I wanted to kind of chime in on that too. Is like in the 80s, all the musicians of the 70s and 60s were like, this music sucks. They hated the 80s music. Like the same thing that's being said about music today. They were also like, my uncles and grandparents were like,
Hated it.
this music's terrible. You know what I mean? And then like when rap came out in the 90s, they did it again. They're like, what is this? Rah! You know, and then,
And then in the
electronic music,
2000s,
right?
right.
It was like,
They used darn kids. But,
and then it was like 2010. It had to be like a poppy song with a rap chorus, or with like it was like
Yeah.
rap hook,
Yes.
hook
Yeah.
with
catchy. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, rap
Pitbull.
chorus, catchy singer hook.
Yeah.
It was like the formula. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, where
Eminem,
Pitbull was featured on every
Love
song.
the Way You Lie is a great example of
Oh yes, with Rihanna. Yeah.
On the first page.
If you're using a sample of a song, literally like a 2-second clip or whatever, remixing it, doing it like a certain way, that's awesome. That's so creative and like bouncing off of that instead of just putting like 808s on top of Never Gonna Give You Up. Like it's
Well, speaking of philosophical questions, as it pertains to this, in the book The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, he's talking about creativity. Apparently, no idea that we have is our own. It's actually summoned from the public.
Yeah.
So if they're doing that, we're asking for it somehow. Somebody's asking for it because it's working. And
Yeah.
it just keeps on,
It's also a
going up.
great
So
book. That's a great book. I
It's
love that
amazing.
book. I love that book.
I don't know how to read.
You know who Rick Rubin is though?
I don't know
he
how to
doesn't.
think either.
Big long beard.
No,
Produced so many bands for Def Jam, right? Yeah.
you're just saying words.
Okay, final segment. Let's get
Yes.
into it. Let's go through this quickly.
80s
'cause-
one-hit wonders.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Tiffany, I think we're alone now. My favorite.
Our last section: political, economic, social, and technological advances, and just dates, I guess. You know, so otherwise known as PEST.
Political, economic,
economic.
social,
Technology.
Technology. Oh,
There we go.
Shoot.
Did I get that right, Abhi?
You did. It's also a framework that's used in business a lot when you're
Okay.
when you're
Also a
yes.
hilarious movie with John Leguizamo.
I
But
love
from
John
the
Leguizamo.
90s.
Not seen that. Too many 90s references, guys.
This is
This
the
is
80s.
hilarious.
Tawang Fu, is that 90s?
No. Sorry,
That's 80s?
Wesley Snipes. That's
Is that
90s.
80s?
That's 90s. Yeah, Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace, buddy.
Well, going into our first question. What
Thanks,
year?
Julian Newmar.
What year did the Berlin Wall fall?
Is this I just blurted it out or write it down?
I want to see if you guys know it right off the bat. Before
87.
No, 89.
89?
80
Okay, I'm going to now go
88
through
or
the
89.
answers.
It's
Okay?
88 or 89, I think.
I just wanted to see if you
just
guys
wanted
knew,
us to,
because you
yeah.
guys just somehow know some stuff, so I wanted to see before you write it down. But
We
I
do.
do have multiple choice, so write down either 1987, 1988, 1989, or 1990.
I'll just stick with the answer.
You guys
I
have
said.
little brackets. You know?
I will help you a little bit. This is an 80s trivia, so 1990 is not going to be one of the answers.
So, 1987, 1988, 1989.
I'm going to stick with what I said first.
1985.
All right. Okay, so, Kalilah, what'd you put?
1987, which is what I said first.
Gotcha. And then Jayse?
I put 1989, which is C.
It is, in fact, 1989.
Oh,
The-
good job.
1989 was the year that the Berlin Wall fell.
Yeah, I mean, 80s was the time of it was the end of the Cold War. Like all of that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cold War, very, very scary time.
Collapse
Very
of the
cold.
Soviet.
We're in another Cold War right now. We got some. It's freezing temperatures nowadays. You know,
Full on
but
trade war right now.
Collapse
Yeah.
of the Soviet Union as well. Another
We're
political
always
big
at
thing.
war.
Okay, next question.
anyway, yes. The next
From
question.
political to economic.
This is no multiple choice. Just write down your answer. If you guys know it, great. If you guys don't, well, screw you. Okay.
$1, Bob.
So, what was the name of the massive stock market crash that occurred on October 19th, 1987?
The name of this crash? They have names?
They have names? Yeah, I'm like, the stock market crashed?
Well, like you know,
89.
The great crash of 87?
Right, I'm like, what?
Yeah, try that. Try that.
Yeah, but like you know, like the housing crisis of 2009, like stuff like that. Like that's the name.
But that's not something that we refer to. We don't be like, oh, that.
Oh
crisis.
yes. Kalilah, what was your answer?
The crisis of money in the 80s.
Oh, that's a good one. I
That's
like
nice.
that one. And Jayse?
It's like the color of money. The Great Crash Bee?
The Great Crash Bee.
It's like the Great Gatsby, but with the stock market.
Yes, starring what was his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Not
As
him.
a young man.
I was thinking of who's what's his name? He played Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is in that. Anyway, it's Black Monday.
Oh.
All right, just going on to the next question because I didn't even know that answer, to be fair.
Okay.
Thanks
To be
for giving it to
fair.
us.
You know.
But 80s was a time where consumerism was kicking off, so the stock market had its ups and downs, and there was this huge crash. So that was the point of the economics in the 80s.
Yes.
Moving on to the social elements.
The social elements. True or false? The fight against apartheid in South Africa saw Nelson Mandela released from prison in 1988. True or false?
I feel like there's pressure here.
I felt it as well, but didn't want to acknowledge it. I was like, you better get
I
this
feel
one
like-
right, everybody.
A slow look
But
over.
I'm not South African, okay? I'm African American, so just be clear.
Viewers looking at home, there's
Right,
pressure,
there's
for,
pressure.
for those that you can't see. From our three people, one of our people
Okay.
is actually claimed to be a history expert, Jayse.
Yeah, Jayse, what is
therefore,
your- Jayse,
there's
what
a
is
lot
your
of pressure on Jayse.
Yeah, so I think that's false because he was released in the 90s, I think. He was in prison for a very long time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with false.
All right, and Kalilah?
I'm also going false for the exact same reason. I believe it's 90s when he came out. I think it was 1990.
Well, actually, you guys, it is
right.
false. You guys are correct.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Let's go.
And Kalilah, you are right, 1990.
It is
pressure was on.
1990
The
because
pressure
of
was
apartheid.
on.
Yeah, it was all throughout the 80s.
We
Yeah,
won.
Nelson Mandela with the Mandela effect. Nowadays, that is, I think that started with Nelson Mandela.
Dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he-
people
if he-
thinking
people
he
think
was.
he
thinking he's
dead,
died,
yeah.
and he's just
In
like, "Hey
jail.
guys, how y'all doing?"
They thought
Yeah.
he died. We people thought he died in jail.
They're like, no, he's still alive. He's still being jailed.
Yeah, he's just you just haven't seen him in a bit.
Yep.
But-
and the movie with the genie movie that
Yes,
we think
yeah.
happened with
Oh my God, what is it?
Shaq, or did we think it happened with?
Are you talking about Shazam?
Yeah,
No,
Shazam.
Shazam happened, but we
Yeah.
think somebody remembers
was
a
it?
movie with Sinbad,
Sinbad.
that never existed. But
Yeah.
everybody, no,
There was no Sinbad
it
movie?
was never a Sinbad movie.
The Shazam Mandela effect is the idea that people remember a 90s movie where Sinbad as a genie was starring, but the movie doesn't exist.
Instead,
So-
we got the video game Shaq Fu starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Hold on. Sinbad didn't do a
A
genie, movie?
No.
but we remember it.
Is it just because he wore like extravagant clothes so we thought he
Maybe.
was a genie?
Okay, let's keep on going.
The
Last question.
Which iconic personal computer was introduced in 1984 with a slogan, "You'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984. You either have the IBM computer, the personal computer, the Commodore 64, Apple Macintosh, and the Atari ST.
1984.
1984. The slogan was, you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Is that really the slogan?
That is the slogan.
Okay.
It's not a true or false.
Seems like
That doesn't
like
seem
an
a
Apple
little
thing.
wrong.
Seems like Apple would say something like that. But then I was like, maybe it's that Atari.
that dang Atari.
I do think it's Atari though, but I'm just not gonna say that.
Oh, you want
Okay,
IBM?
so then we'll start with you, Kalilah. What is it?
I said IBM.
The IBM PC?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for Jayse?
I'm going the Macintosh.
The Macintosh.
Personal computer.
All right. And the answer is Macintosh.
Good job.
Macintosh. Apple. Stephen Jobs.
Stephen Jobs.
John Stephen Jobs, yes.
1984 is when they had the Super Bowl commercial. If you see that in Super Bowl commercial,
Where they
it's-
fling the hammer into the,
yes,
fling the hammer into the...
the screen.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this one.
At
Was this in
all.
another React episode?
This was the one of the most famous commercials of the 80s.
Have you heard of George Orwell?
Yes.
Yeah,
So George
nice.
Orwell wrote a book called 1984.
Yes.
And that was obviously the inspiration of shows like Big Brother or
Of course.
And so
Black Mirror
Apple
and so
did
many
a
things.
exactly.
Yeah.
Apple basically did a commercial where there was this Big Brother type character because it was 1984, and everyone was just basically following this robotic journey and being controlled. And one person came and smashed the screen, and basically said, "Apple's here to disrupt everything." kind
I
of
like
thing.
it.
Yeah. So that was the whole thing.
don't
Visionaries.
no education.
That's actually what the song was, I think.
Yeah, with George Orwell, 1984. So yeah, it was the most popular commercial, one of the most popular commercials in the 80s, because it wasn't even advertising a computer. It was just a really weird commercial, and they're like, oh my god, they're getting us to think. Oh my god, we must we must buy a Macintosh. You know, like just like
It started
Yeah.
the Apple.
But yeah, but also it was the 80s was a time to a technological advance for so many things. You had the Sony Walkman, you had the Game Boy, you had the Macintosh for Apple.
With beepers, did beepers come out also in the 80s?
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
so.
Yes, they did.
Right?
No,
The
80s.
also the start of portable phones.
Right,
They were
like
bricks,
this.
but you
Yep.
know.
They were like-
Yep. Zach Morris had one on Saved by the Bell. Remember?
Well, beepers came out in 1949.
1949.
Yeah, that's when beepers came out.
Are you serious? Dang.
Oh, maybe the
wild.
mass consumer use of them. You know.
Hold on, let me get to a payphone real quick. Hold on, let me send you a telegram real quick on
Yes.
the way back here. I gotta
Let me Morse code. Beep, 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 beep. Oh,
I need a 20 sack.
Wow.
Or whatever
Yeah.
it was then, 20 cents.
Yeah, but just overall, the 80s was a time for just giant technological advancements. Do you guys have any fond memories of using some fun, cool technology from the 80s? You know,
I've definitely had a Walkman.
Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Even the ones, then they turned to CDs, but you had to hold it a certain way because
Yeah.
if it was like this, it would skip.
Yeah, it would skip.
Definitely
Definitely.
remember that.
I totally remember that.
If you
I
ever,
know
like,
I know it
walked
like
with
the
it,
back
it
of my
would
And
hand.
if you moved.
I totally know that because I was born in 1971, so
Yes.
Yeah.
I just understand.
Time traveling vampire.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mine is definitely Nintendo and playing the Power Pad. So it was like a bundle that came out a few years after Nintendo came out. Like I finally got one, and it had the gun for Duck Hunt.
Oh, okay.
And it had the Power Pad. You guys familiar with the Power Pad? This is like
I do not know the power pad actually.
So you could play it with your hands or whatever. I know we're not supposed to drum on the table, Jackson. You went over that several
watching
times
you,
for
I
me.
swear.
So it was like a track and field thing, and my uncles and I would play this. I was like 6 years old, and you'd run, you'd jump, you'd do like track and field. I distinctly remember that being like absolutely mind blowing,
Fun.
and being able to play like Zelda and Mario. It was the best.
Okay, let's move on to the final round.
Rapid fire AKAs. Basically, these are questions. These are names that are just synonyms for regular names. Okay.
I love synonyms.
The first three are movies. The last three are music. So these are three movie titles. Jackson's going to basically read their synonyms of also known as, and you're going to basically not write down. You're just going to shout out, and whoever gets it right first will get the point.
Got it. And Abhi, I'm gonna toss it to you whenever they have the answer. Okay.
Yeah.
So starting off, this is a movie. Las Vegas football team belonging to what Noah built. This is a movie synonym.
Something arc. Movie.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Correct. Well
Correct.
done, Jayse.
Nice.
All right. Next question. Also a movie. Not quite queen, prospective wife.
Princess Bride.
Yes.
Nice. What a good movie too.
Nice.
You don't know that one?
Yeah.
Oh, you do know.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
You just heard of it?
Heard of it.
Oh, Wesley.
All right. So next movie. Plantar surface not fixed in place.
Plantar surface?
Plantar. Plantar.
Plantar?
Is that a word? Is that a planet? What is plantar?
Plantar is like your foot area.
Oh. Plantar fasciitis. Yeah, okay. Plantar. What was the other word?
Plantar surface not fixed
Footloose.
in place.
Footloose.
Oh.
Let's go.
Foot.
I like it.
This next one is music.
Okay.
Spring.
Season? What?
Spring.
Rain.
Blame it on the rain. Milli Vanilli. No?
Fall.
Is that not how this works?
I think you're thinking of it too.
Season?
No.
Flowers.
No.
Do you know what
Has
this
Jump.
sprung.
I believe. There
Jump
you go. Jump.
is.
Oh, okay.
Jump.
Spring. Jump.
Okay.
Jump.
Might
by-
as well jump.
Jump.
Might as well jump. Okay.
All right. Next question. What goes around comes around. Color changing creature. This is music.
Chameleon.
Karma Chameleon.
Yes, Karma Chameleon is correct.
Chameleon.
They come and go.
You come and go. Next question. Music.
I was definitely going into the next
Are you ready
part.
for this one?
Yes. Music. Opposite of always going to concede defeat. I don't know
gonna
this
lose.
one. I don't even
Never
know
gonna
this.
give up.
Never gonna give you
There we
up.
go.
Never gonna let you down. I think
Never
she got
gonna
it. She got it. She
run
said never gonna give you up.
She said never
I
gonna
said
give
never
up.
gonna give up.
Oh.
That's fine.
Never gonna give you up. Da-da-da-da. That's also 70s, I think.
Never gonna give you up.
No.
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around.
Desert you.
All right, and that
Or
is
desert
all
you,
the
yeah.
rapid fire questions we have for that one. And honestly, that is the end of our podcast. What did you guys? What did you guys think of a blast from the past from the 80s? You know, as someone born in 1969, you know, I grew up with the 80s. I grew up with all this stuff. What did you guys think of revisiting such a magical time?
It was lovely. I learned a lot. You know, a lot of black women, a lot of white men.
You know, as a black woman myself, I just going through this time, you know, it made me revisit all that stuff. Yeah,
The anime, you understood.
yeah, absolutely. You know? Yeah, and as for you, Jayse?
I loved it, man. Strolling down memory lane and just getting to hang out with you guys is always fun. And
I love you too.
Yeah, I love just thinking about
Say
the
it back.
80s and having a good old time and riffing
And
with the
give it up
React
to
fam.
Give it up to Jaxon, who did such a great
Yeah,
job.
how about
Amazing.
Jaxon?
An amazing
How about that?
host.
How about
As someone
Jackson,
born in
you?
1949,
You
I-
time traveling vampire, you.
But of course, guys, tell everyone at home where they can find you.
Sure. So thank you guys for letting me host this podcast. There will be other reactors in the future, but I have started off. My name is Jaxon. You guys can follow me on all my socials at JaxonHH, on Instagram, on Twitch. Twitch is where I'm most active. And that should be about it for me. Jayse, how about you?
My name is Jayse, also known as Jaystagram on Instagram. That's where you can follow me, right there. And thank you so much for having me. What else was I supposed to say?
That's it.
No,
That's
that's
Oh, yeah,
it.
that was
No,
it.
okay,
That was
no,
it.
no more from you. Okay,
Kalilah?
we're
Oh
done
wait, no,
talking
like,
all-
subscribe, do the ReactCAST. No, that's after.
That's
Kalilah?
I'm
See,
blowing it.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Kalilah Black. You can find me on Instagram at Kalilah Black, KALILAHBLACK. Like, subscribe, and just pour into this because we're having fun and we want to continue to bring out more and more content that you like. Comment more things about the 80s. I did better than I thought.
Yeah, if you guys liked any of the stuff in this video or just had questions about any of the stuff from the 80s, leave them down below. Or any other ideas that you guys have for the ReactCAST, please let us know down below. We are always open to hearing some more ideas that you have for other ReactCAST videos, as well as other reactors that you would either like to host or be on this show. So please leave them down below.
Of course, and we're gonna obviously give it, take it to the end. So thank you to all of you that are watching at home and listening at home to this podcast. It wouldn't be happening without your love and support. So thank you, and just give it more love. Continue to share it with friends, engage with us, like, subscribe, go on every single platform. You know the whole deal. You know the whole spiel of where to go. But of course, we were playing a game, and I was the score holder as well. So I will officially tell you who won from the boys and the girls.
All right.
Are we ready? Jayse with a score of 14.
There was that many questions? Dang.
And Kalilah with a score of 12. So the winner was
So close.
That was
Jayse.
close.
So close.
Wow.
Jayse. Jayse bring it back. Yeah,
Wow.
very close.
Good
Very,
job.
very close.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the ReactCAST. Thank you very much to Kalilah, Jayse, Abhi, and of course myself. Yes.
Yes, thank you to Jaxon.
Yes, of
To
course.
Jaxon.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Yes,
Thank you
and
so much, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye,
We'll see you
everyone.
guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Get out of here. God.
Sing your favorite 80s song to end it.
Take on me.
Take on me.
Take me on. Take on me. I'll be gone in a day or two.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you, and we will see you soon.